Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about Cassie Ventura sharing with us that she had to spit out of the US, to keep her and her family safe because she knows that once Diddy paid that $20 million over, it was going to be not so easy for her. And she's correct. Even though where she is, he knows where she is. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you that he knows where she is. He may have, surveillance image on her, watching her every move. So I would say to Cassie, wherever you move to, don't get comfortable. And many people may think that, oh, if Cassie never filed that lawsuit, she would have been safe and all of that. Honey, at some point in time, someone would have came for Diddy and Cassie's life would have been in danger. At some point in time, that would have happened. So Cassie needs to ensure that she has security at all times because Diddy doesn't know how to bury an hatchet. And if you look at his history, you can see that. If you look at what even happened to 50 most recently, 50 got funeral floral arrangements from Diddy allegedly. And when you talk about this, you see people in the comment section defending Diddy. How did you know it was Diddy? Can you prove it was Diddy? Honey, aren't you aware that if 50 is telling us publicly it's Diddy? Like, I've never seen 50 Cent to be the one to lie about anything. And if he has the hots for 50, because of that documentary, just imagine how mad and angry he is at Cassie, right? And even with the sex tape that is being leaked, honey, I believe that tape was leaked, for many reasons, more than one, and that he could have been behind it. He could have been behind it, even though it would have put him to shame and disgrace as it relates to his manhood, because the internet is saying he has a micro penis wally. I don't want to see any of the pictures and I don't want to see the video. Daphne Joy is no victim. When we can say Cassie is a victim, Daphne Joy is not a victim, and I'm going to say that. Was she manipulated? Yes, she was. She was tricked, but she saw the trickery. She saw the manipulative tactics, and because of the money, she stayed. But I don't support anyone leaking any tape of the sort. Daphne knew she was being filmed. She gave consent to her being filmed, and she did not give consent to the tape to be made public, right? So I still cannot support it irrespective of what happened, okay? But now, Cassie is revealing that she moved out at some point after being paid $20 over his alleged abuse. And Cassie is saying that she has no plan to move back, which is the best thing she can do for herself. No, this court document was obtained May 1st and filed by Cassie in her ongoing lawsuit against the male escort Clayton Howard, where she states, I reside out of the United States. I do not intend to move back to the United States. It is so sad that they can't let this lady be, huh? Everyone thinks that they're going to get a huge payday and these male escorts can sue Cassie and win. I don't know how people get that impression, but based on all the details, I guess those people might not be following the details of the lawsuit and the court hearing. These men cannot win anything from Cassie. They can't. Cassie's a victim. Cassie was so much a victim that was given injustice, so much so that Judge Aaron Subramania said the court did not give Cassie justice and it cannot allow Diddy to go to jail and Cassie not get justice. And that is why Diddy was fined $500,000 because Judge Aaron Subramania says Diddy needs to be held accountable for what he did to Cassie, what he did to her. There was far overwhelming amount of evidence and he's not going to allow Diddy to get away with it. The moment that Judge Aaron Subramania said that, that was saying to me, do not be surprised if something pops up at a later date that applies more time behind bars for Diddy, or seeing Diddy being back in court, right? No. So she filed a declaration, right? We know that when Cassie testified against Diddy, she moved to New York for the trial. But after that trial was over, that woman was out of there. She says, I am a citizen of the United States. I'm not a resident of the state of California. The declaration was filed in connection with a suit Howard filed against Cassie and Diddy in California. So the lawsuit, it's not going to go anywhere. Cassie's saying, I don't live in California, but that's where they had to file it though, because it was her last actual known address. So they're saying no word on where Cassie is living abroad, but she says it would be easier for her to attend court and other legal proceedings in New York where her lawyers are rather than California. And not just that, LA is on a different level of demon time. LA is on a level of a different demon time. New York City is hood, it's gangster, it's a mixed balance, strong mixed balance. But LA is on a different level of demon time. So Cassie doesn't want anything to do with LA because evidently Diddy has a lot of connections there. Diddy has connections in New York too, but things can be easily bought in New York, right? Now they're saying, as we reported, Clayton claimed Diddy and Cassie hired him for freak-offs, which he says ended with him getting an STD. He said he also got her pregnant, but she got an abortion. Clayton was one of 7 escorts who worked with prosecutors on Diddy's criminal case. In his lawsuit, he claimed Diddy and Cassie subjected him to horrific sexual abuse and left him with physical and psychological injury. And he was telling Cassie, oh my God, I'm sorry, I didn't know you went through all of those things. I'll definitely testify on your behalf, girl. People, money will make them do anything. Money will make people do anything. Anything when it comes to money. Now, in her newly filed response to the suit obtained by TMZ, Cassie claims Clayton sent her husband, Alex Fine, a supportive message in 2023 after she came forward with her claims against Diddy. And it says, this is gonna be weird, but it's something I've wanted to do for years, as my own guilt and regret. I know your wife's truth is 100% valid, as I'm sure you did as well. I would have come forward, and I'm glad she got some form of justice. I personally saw that guy do a lot of ish that was super not cool. And he goes in to talk about how much he supports Cassie and what Diddy did to her was definitely wrong, right? This is the same person that is suing because what? He wants money, right? But he should be going after Diddy, not Cassie. No, they go into what the message reads, and they broke it down and all of that. I'm going to include a screenshot of that in case you guys want to read it. Like, I don't have the strength for that, not today. But you guys get a gist of what is going on. So the internet is reacting to it. A lot of people are shocked and happy that Cassie moved out from the United States after she got that money and after the trial. A lot of people are happy about that move that she made. I'm happy too for her. But I would say to Cassie Ventura, keep security around you. Have extra security for yourself, your kids, your family. And guys, to be honest, I'm going to say this. I hope Cass's marriage stands up because men are weird. Men are weird. Know that all of this information is open to the public about Cassie, men are not as strong as women. Men are weak. Men are literally the weakest thing on planet Earth. If you look at, how men commit crime easily, it's not because they're strong, it's because they're weak. Men commit crime against men, against women, and there are mostly men that are incarcerated. So while Cassie's there being strong for herself and her family, this man, Alex Vine, could be getting weak as well, And for some weird odd reason, I just believe there's a tape out there with Alex Vine and Cassie and Diddy is watching. I believe that exists, you know? So I really don't know if this guy, Alex Vine, is going to stick around and be there for Cassie. I don't know. I don't know because men are fickle. Men are extremely fickle. Do you know how we love to look at men as being strong and I want a strong man? Men are not strong, honey. Check the statistics. Men are not strong. And because men were cultured and gaslighted into believing, oh, you're a man, you should not cry, you should not show your emotions. We have been breaking men for generations and breaking them in such a way that no one should be broken. Men should be cry and they should be able to cry and they should know it's okay for them to cry. That's what I think, at least, right? But anywho, guys, it's good that Cassie's out of here, but I pray she keeps up on her security details and not let her guard down. Once Diddy is alive, do not let your guard down. As a matter of fact, anything with the last name Combs is alive, do not let your guard down. Because honestly, I trust none of Diddy's kids. I see them hustling in the same way that he did, and Kim Porter is not here to guide her kids. And I see the twins, on TikTok asking for gifts. They're doing modeling gigs and they're selling merch and stuff. I'm not going to hate on their hustle, but I don't think that people who are well off should be asking people who are not well off for money. That is just not sitting right with me. If they are going to send you gifts when you go on TikTok and they're going to do so on their own, let them send you all the gifts that they want on their own. But don't tell them, you see, this Combs family, I can't trust them because they know that people, anything that comes to celebrity, people worship and praise. Those girls will go on TikTok with the most expensive things, and the internet will be quick to give those girls money. And if I go on TikTok and I say I need it for important stuff, honey, I will be put to shame and ridicule. I will be put to shame and ridicule 100 times before those girls. That's how the world is, unfortunately. People love things that they can hype about and brag about. They don't like the struggling kind. They love the rich and famous and they love to praise them. They love to laud them. They love to uplift them. And you know what? We have to learn. We have to just take notes from what we're seeing right in front of our eyes and just learn from it. But anywho, let me know what you guys think and we're going to talk some more. Peace.